The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.
Welcome to Season 6 of The Formal Gamer. The University of Threadless has produced some peculiar pupils, but none more peculiar than Goros, Farvan, and Sotru. They face an assignment unlike any other: to uncover the secrets of class and discover the origins of the dragon cults. Will they pass or fail? Will they live or die?
Hello and welcome to Season 10 of Episode 26. That's the wrong way around. But it's very late and I'm very tired. But I've managed to get the podcast ready for this weekend. It's a day and a bit late and it's very late at night now. But the podcast is coming out. If my voice sounds weird, I've got the flu and I've gone deaf in one ear because I'm full of things that I don't want in my head. I think I'm what Goros is full of all the time. Is this how Goros feels? This is how Goros feels. But more important than how Goros feels is that you enjoy the episode.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Formal Gamer podcast. We are back in a room that we've been in before. We are in the room where you destroyed a bridge. You students have a plan to try and get Ouhna's sort of power pills that she has off of her person in a secret manner, and then potentially jump her and gank her.
Yep.
Basically.
I might use spells, but yeah. Raven manages to get the pills, hopefully. So yeah, Raven will try and steal Ouhna's pills. We might take some of the pills, but main plan is then let Sotru and his team go Sotru and his team on her.
Ah, the Sotru and his team. It's almost like you could have your own TV show or something.
Team Mountain! And Ramso will help.
So the last time you saw Welburn, he was in his sort of, the place where he's met you before, that neutral, deserty type area. You know that his plan was to try and make sure that the next room Ouhna went to, or at least one of the next rooms, was the one where you are setting your trap. You know that he's losing control of the facility, but with the amount of people that you've managed to get out of there, you know that he's having a little bit of an easier time, but it is just him managing several things going on at the same time. Okay? You want to steal the power pills from Ouhna?
Give me that pill.
With the intention, you don't know how many there are, but your intention is to get stronger or strong enough that you can go in and maybe assist in the confrontation and defeat of Torfidus. Is that correct?
Yes.
Right, okay.
That's Goros's decision, morally.
Yeah.
And I trust him.
And
Complete abdication of responsibility there.
No, it's because I don't think I'm emotionally mature enough to make this decision that we need to make it.
And I'm trusting the rules of Cord. Ouhna is a bad person, we must stop her. Torfidus is a bad person, we must stop him.
Okay, right. So, you're in this room. It's windstep. The storm has really come up. As we said last time, the river, if you fall in there, you are being swept away. This is one really full, very, very fast-flowing river. There is a broken bridge leading into the water where you think the exit to this room was last time. Right. Where we had Raven was hidden or hiding in the sort of gully that runs next to a field, next to this long path that leads to one end of the bridge. Where are the rest of you? And what are you doing?
I think we want to be opposite the door somewhere so she sees us straight away.
Probably near... I think we want her to approach us.
Yep.
So probably hold tight at maybe where the bridge is.
Yep.
Yeah, where the bridge entrance would have been.
So, looking down, I'm going to do a perception check on the army. Are they real?
They are... Okay, right, yeah.
17 plus 2, 19.
You think that this might be They are very far away, so even if they were real, you think it would take time to get to you. But based on your experience in that gladiatorial arena, you're not sure. You don't think there are this many people. And based off what Wellborn's told you, where they are actually real people in here, you don't think that it's feasible that many people are in this construct.
Okay. So I think if we go down there and have a look, there could be some of the soldiers around who were there before.
Yes.
Feasibly. So I guess we bounce down to the little camp. We can set up at the camp.
Yes, I think so.
So so this is pretty similar to how you found it when you were there last time. So the camp has been sort of overturned. The tents have been blown away. There's not much going on here.
No barrels of gunpowder either.
No, he used all of those. What do we sort through? I'm a bit concerned about you.
You're going to blindfold me so I don't rage upon seeing her.
It's interesting that you have the emotional intelligence to understand that you will rage if you see her, and shouldn't.
If you've been paying attention during our episodes, you will have seen that I have slowly gained more control over hearing Ouhna's name. And now
That's true.
This is the fruits of this growth.
Okay, so we'll put a blindfold on you. Okay, I'll fashion. Should we?
Well, no,
Slip down the
headband.
Yeah, well, you've got your own headband, haven't you?
Yeah, you've got your headband.
Oh, okay.
Just slip that
Then I
across
would
your
just
eyes.
do it myself.
You're
actually.
blinded by cord. How ironic, Gorus.
I think this is what we want for him, really. I hold up the finger. They go, how many fingers am I holding up, Thotru?
I can't see.
Yeah, that's the response I wanted. Perfect.
Right, so you wait there.
I think, should we light a fire
Yes.
to get her attention?
Yes, I think so. Like we're
Would
almost
you
waiting.
be able to if it's raining?
Uh,
It's raining and exceptionally windy.
yeah, it's a good point. They had a fire when we first arrived, I think, because we saw it, I think, from a distance. But you might be right.
You're there and you start trying to create a fire, and as that happens, you both hear and perhaps see the door open. And
Okay.
stepping through into this realm is Oona.
How's she looking?
She's looking bedraggled. She has her long flowing dress, which is ripped, it's bloodied, it is pressed up against her, it's clearly wet. She no longer has her scarf, and as Raven has already seen, she has a gaping wound in her neck area, which looks like it would have and should have killed any normal human being.
Bloody hell, guys! I think we've been doing better than Oona in these rooms.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly have. You've taken no damage.
I stubbed my toe a couple of times,
Yeah.
actually.
I thought Rue was very fun. I got quite hurt a few times.
Yes, but we glued you back together with all that slime.
Yeah.
Put the slime back in, stick you back together.
I'm going to start waving at Oona and going, hello!
She momentarily stops, and this grimace that was on her face, sort of, the look on her face is one, it's both quizzical, angry, and thoughtful. So work out what that looks like on someone's face. Yeah?
Oh, her eyes have gone, what colour?
So what colours? Yeah,
She's not a gollum. I just keep waving at her. Hello!
she stops. She sort of, you see her scratch at one of the sort of bleeding cut on her neck, or well, not bleeding, but the sort of cut on her neck, and she walks forward towards you all.
How, in relation to where we know Raven's hiding, where is she at the moment?
She's about, well, literally a pathway, so we're talking like 5 to sort of 10 foot away.
So how close?
Because you wanted to hide in the ditch right next to this path,
Adjacent
didn't you?
to the path.
Yeah. So the ditch is, we're talking like 3 to 4 foot deep.
So I'm gonna slowly begin to kind of creep out of the ditch.
Out of the ditch, what, onto the path?
She's walking ahead of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I travel alongside her in the ditch, is that not going to be splashy and noisy?
Well, not if you're stealthy. You'll be.
It's quite rainy.
When
What do we think?
It's
Should I-
incredibly windy. The sound of the wind and the rain is quite loud. When Goris did it previously, he was belly down in this mud, slithering along in it, and that seemed to work quite well for
I'm
him.
going to slither along then.
Like a snake.
Yeah.
Okay, roll it.
Oh gosh. It's a 12. It's not a fail.
No, it's not a fail. No, it's a 12. She continues walking on. You see her looking around at the area. It doesn't look like she's actually paying any attention to stuff around her. She seems to be transfixed on the guys who are over there at the camp at the moment. And it might be that she rolled really badly when she first came in. So, lucky you, Raven.
I am a lucky character.
Okay, so she's she keeps walking towards you guys.
Hello!
You hear her shout over the winds and the rain. I thought you lot had given up and gone.
No! Hello!
We're obviously still here.
You see her mutter something under her breath.
Hello!
Can they hear her?
Roll your perception.
Me?
Well,
We're further away, so you're going to hear a mutter.
16, 20.
you hear her mutter under her breath. Perhaps these people will still have some use.
Oh no.
Hello!
I slither along like a snake.
Okay, well, she's
Very jealous.
she's about halfway now. Yeah.
I hop over
Okay.
towards her, waving. Do a big jump, stand up. Hello!
And she's standing. She stops as you come towards her, and she says, Goris. wasn't
Hello.
it?
Hello, Oona, how are you?
It's been a while since we met.
Yes.
How am I? Getting there. You,
Look like you're hurt.
an old injury.
Oh.
Old injury.
It looks pretty fresh.
No, that was my mistake. It wouldn't look very... It is a gaping, like,
Oh.
gash in her throat that you...
Like a scar?
Not
Or
like a scar, like an open wound, but not a bleeding wound.
Okay.
That looks like it really hurt. Would you like some of my healing salve? And I start wiping my slime.
No, it's very kind of you to offer,
Okay,
but-
I'll lick it off my hand.
No.
So when I see that they're engaging in potential conversation, I'm going to creep out of the ditch to try and circle behind her. Well, I'm behind her anyway.
You are behind her anyway, yes. A 3! A formal game of 3!
Wait.
Yeah.
Because I can use my luck to re-roll that.
Okay. How lucky are you?
Okay, that's going to take it to 7 and 6 is 13.
13.
It's very windy.
Dora starts shouting hello more. Hello! She sees Raven coming up, splashing around.
He might not see me if he has a low
He has
perception.
seen you.
No, he hasn't.
So-
With a roll like that, everyone's seen
No,
you.
10 is a success generally.
Hang on a
It
minute.
is.
Eight,
It depends on the DC.
Eight, no,
so it's not
wait.
generally 10.
So, all three of you, I'd like a bluff check from all of you,
Oh
please.
gosh.
18!
Woo!
He's with us.
Blindfolded.
He's blindfolded back at the camp
So I can't.
with a selection with a golem set around him.
Forgot about that.
12.
In
18 and 12. Yeah, 12. You got 18, didn't you?
Yep.
Goris.
Okay, so Goris maintains direct eye view. His eyes don't go to Raven, they don't move away, they just stay on Oona, and he's standing there waving,
Hello!
talking to her. Farvin's eyes a little bit jittery, like you see him sort of flick on and flick off, and Oona looks at him, and then she looks over to Sotru and she says, "What are you doing here, and why has he got a blindfold on his face?"
He gets too angry, so we blindfold him.
Raven, whilst this is going on, you are attempting to pull yourself out of this muddy...
I thought I was out of the trench. That was the roll, wasn't
No,
it?
because you failed the roll. Stop failing. Do better.
So you at the moment are halfway out, halfway in. You are covered
That's gone right in my
head
crotch.
to toe
Oh, yeah.
in mud, and you are trying to ease yourself up onto the path. You felt your foot hit a large rock, and you managed, as it fell, to catch it, to stop it glooping into the trench.
So the DC is over 13 then.
Just roll it. Try and be.
Go on it for luck, Jules.
I mean, it would be a
Not
pretty
with your bottom.
uninteresting campaign if the DC was 10 for one of the most critical rolls in the entire campaign.
19.
Well, there you go. Now are you happy?
I feel admonished but accomplished.
Well, shall we see if it's successful?
Let's
first?
see.
You pull yourself out of the water, out of the ditch, and you creep very slowly up to and around the back.
I'm
of
like a predator.
Oona. Whilst this is going on, Oona is continuing her conversation with Farvin and Sotru.
No.
No.
Farvin and Goris.
Hello!
Are you literally just going to be saying hello?
No, I was asking about a cut and stuff. I'll be like, the rooms we have done. We did a water room. All this water. And I went and sucked in all the water. Lava room. I fired out all my water. Sprinkler system. Then we did a room with a gladiator battle. And I'm just
When
like,
he says gladiator battle, I'm going to try and...
Oh,
because
yeah?
that's like a really exciting bit.
I'm going to get really excited about the gladiator battle. And I start jumping around enacting bits. And then he stabbed me in the leg and I was really excited.
Okay, Raven, make that roll then.
So this is for reaching in and...
Sleight of hand, I assume. If you're
blow on it again.
Fuck's sake, you're so shit.
My last lucky roll.
What was it?
2.
It's my last...
How many lucky rolls do you have?
I get 3 lucky rolls a day.
Oh,
And
that's
using
lucky.
all of this. Jesus.
Okay. Last lucky roll. Oh, 15.
An 8 plus that. So, describe to me how... So, Oona is quite a...
She used to have... She had that long flappy dress on.
Mm-hmm.
When she took the pill out, I'm imagining it would have been like in a pouch or something. So I've remembered where that is.
So she's got a belt on, a very thin, corded belt around there. Not that they're just material. There are a few things hanging off of it. So you would imagine that it's going to be in one of these pouches on there.
Okay.
Is your intention just to grab it and go, or is it intention to be stealthy and take it off her without her noticing?
I'm going to take it... You know, like when you go on the tube and someone touches your wrist on the way out and then you go, hey, my Rolex. Like that.
So the second
Sorry.
option.
Second option.
The one I'm going to get... Basically, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be behind her.
You are?
I'm going to note where the pouch is.
Yeah.
It's like... And then I'm going to use my dagger to softly snick it off. Like...
Okay.
And then... But do it in such a way that it's very gentle so she won't notice. Like proper pickpocket, just in a quick motion.
Right, okay. Okay, you identify the pouch that you think it is on there. As your hand goes towards, you get a sudden feeling that... of fear, like you don't know whether what you're about to do will turn out well. Your hand goes towards, you take the pouch very gently as Sotru, as Goris is standing there, spit flying everywhere in the rain, arms going left, arms going right, moving around. You gently lift up this pouch and you bring your knife round with your left hand, and slowly, having sharpened it over many, many hours, this blade within an inch of its life of sharpness, and nick the rope that ties it to her belt. And you are standing there holding this, and Oona has not turned around.
But her dress falls down.
Because the rope was connected to more than just the... Anyway, go.
Okay, so I'm
Thanks for explaining it.
so I'm going to try and back away
Okay,
slowly and stealthily.
you're going to need to roll that.
Fucking hell. 18.
You slowly back towards the door, into the ditch or towards the door.
Not going to go into the dish because I feel like there might be a splash risk.
Okay.
But the door is not open now, is it? She leave the door open when she came in?
Oh, we didn't discuss that.
Oh, you didn't discuss it, but no, I think she would have just come in and closed
So I'm going
it.
to try and find somewhere a little bit covered.
We made that little hide behind the door.
We did make a little hide behind the door.
Okay.
And then I'm going to yam as many pills into my mouth as I can.
What, like Maltesers just in the mouth?
Yeah.
So you're not going to look to split them so you don't take more than a quarter.
No. Okay, I'm not going to... I'm not.
Just heads up in everything on this plan. I'm not planning to be the
So
most
one
powerful.
super powerful character.
I'm not.
And that's a rogue for a battle with the mate.
Okay, I'm not going to eat all of them, but I'm going to try and put a few of them in my mouth.
Okay, so
I'm gonna, yeah. Well, I'm guessing I can feel a certain amount in my hand, and then
while this is going on, can I have a bluff from either Goris and Farvin again? And Sotru is still. You assume you're just standing there.
Natural 20.
You got any questions for me? Direct them at Goris. He's in charge now.
There were these golems, and the golems just started following Sotru around. They're like, boom, 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 boom. Then we went in the tunnel, and water came rushing out of the tunnel, and Sotru was like, no! And I was like, ah! And Father disappeared again.
The story that he's telling is so compelling that
I'm jumping around
Whereas-
doing actions and doing the whole work.
she is standing there. I mean, you think back to when you snipped that off there, and you're thinking, wow, if he hadn't been this convincing, perhaps that she might have suddenly patted herself or had a look and realised something had been gone. But he is so distracting, so over the top, so extroverted, that she is standing there just aghast, really considering her life choices, that she could have ever thought that you would have been helpful in any way, shape or form into getting into the tomb of one of the greatest archmages of the ever walked the land.
We've done exactly what you said.
Yes.
Anyway, we've done like 9 rooms. How are you doing?
Very good, very good. I have to say, I did seek other help after I spoke with you.
That's okay.
Yes, perhaps you seem to have done a good job in here already, or somebody did when they came through previously.
Yes, this was all us.
Why don't you come with me? I feel that we are near to the end of this journey.
I think we
We'll
are.
be getting into the tomb very shortly. I feel a change here. There've been problems. There've been rooms breaking.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
I'm going to be honest, though, Oona. We've met 2 very powerful beings so far on our journey.
Oh, indeed.
One being you, of course.
She sort of tilts her head to the side, and as she does so, it sort of opens up this horrible cut in her
Ew.
neck, and you can see inside. And you can see bits of the inside of her neck. There's bits of white that you assume to be part of her spine and stuff. It's
Nice.
That looks really sore.
The other one is an elf called Wellborn.
that cunt.
Oh!
I immediately praise the corp. I'm so sorry about him. Sorry.
And out of the 2 of you,
You realise that he is half of the problem here. They've been keeping this. It's not a tomb. He's still alive. They've been keeping him alive this entire time.
one of you is degrading in power, though. One of you is getting less and less powerful every day.
Well, another. Yeah, well born.
Can I just say, while this is going on, I want to empty the pill packet out into my hand, see how many there are, eat a quarter of them,
Gobble them all up.
and then I'm
I
gonna,
genuinely thought there was a risk that she might do that.
and then I'm gonna put. There's going to be 3/3 left. I'm going to put 2/3 back in the pouch.
3/4 left.
Oh yeah, thank you.
3/3 is all of them.
No, because after I've eaten a quarter, there'll
Yeah, so true.
Oh, there will be 3/3
Yeah,
left.
yeah.
There'll be all of them left.
be. So I'm
All
going
of
to
them.
split.
She's right though.
So I'm splitting the 3/3. So I'm going to put 2/3 back in the bag. I've got 1/3 in my hand.
So you've eaten a quarter.
Yeah, then it became 1 again, which I put into 3.
Yeah.
And I put 2 of the 2 portions
Right,
of
you ate a quarter, you left a quarter in your hand, and 2 quarters were left in the bag.
what he said. So I have a quarter in my hand, and I'm going to try and sneak around to where Sotru is, but like long,
Good plan.
long way around, like commando style. So dragging, on my belly.
While you've got a quarter of them in your hand.
Yeah, like I'm basically a pickpocket.
Yeah.
So they're ready to just go straight in Sotru's yam, and then
Which ends the yam on?
his mouth, his yam
yeah.
yam.
So when you took those pills, you've taken the quarter of them.
Yeah.
And they were exactly as the other ones were that you took before, crunchy on the outside, watery, sort of gaseous material on the inside. You take them, you can feel yourself imbuing with this power. You've taken quite a few, though.
That's my
So previously, you know that they took a little bit of time to start working.
yeah.
with the one that you took, you didn't feel any. You didn't have any negative effects whatsoever. You've taken quite a few pills at the same time.
How many?
So you're feeling a little bit heady at the moment.
Okay.
A little bit heady. You've taken about 7 pills.
Don't lose my pills.
I ain't gonna use your
So-
pills, babe.
Roll me a d20.
15
15.
plus
Your constitution. In fact, you don't need to. It's fine.
be 18 with my con.
You're getting a little bit of coloured. Like,
Am I coming up?
Your vision is like all the colours are being accentuated. Like, there's little like you can see like colours coming off people as if they're like covered in
Auras.
auras, that kind of thing. You're feeling like you're reaching a different level of rogueness. You can almost see the trails. You can almost see the trails of where people have been walking.
Oh my god.
That kind of thing. You can see.
I
the
know Kung Fu.
smells, You can see all that kind of stuff, and you think you might know Kung Fu.
Yes, yes.
Is he like an ancient sorcerer?
Is he?
Kung Fu. Who does she know? Who's this man? Or woman?
Oh man.
So yeah, so I see Sotru. He's not near Goris and Farvan.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's a little to the back, so I'm trying to circle round.
The way you told it to me, though, he would be directly within her sightline, wouldn't
Yeah,
he?
Yeah, unfortunately, she's facing that direction.
What I will say is that
You guys just
Father-
To be
sleep.
fair,
Father
there
and
would be
Goddess.
one thing in the way. Bow.
yes,
That's very
yeah,
true,
that's
actually.
true.
There's a giant shield golem in the way.
So
Actually,
also,
that's very true. So actually,
She may have seen
she
you.
may not have seen me at all.
Well, she did. She
yeah,
said.
she did.
Yeah,
She's seen
You
you.
know that bit?
So Goris
Yeah,
and
no, I meant
Farvan,
if
you would
it-
see Raven tiptoeing in a much more
Well, commandoing
attractive and
on my-
stealthy
I'm not,
way.
I'm not tiptoeing because I'm on my belly.
No, you're in a new level. There's tiptoeing. That's the ultimate.
You've unlocked tiptoeing.
So you see
Like
her go
ballerina
down,
style.
and
Yeah.
you see her sink into the mud, and she's like, you're looking at this out the corner of your eye. You just see her completely disappear, except for this hand, like a periscope or a snorkel, sticking out, holding these magic.
I've gone
beams
full Rambo.
as it's moving now along the trench towards the camp where Sotru is. So if you wanted to create a distraction, now might be the time. She was mid-conversation, and you've actually derailed me, so I can't remember.
But sorry,
what she was
I
saying.
chose that moment because that conversation was heating up, so it seemed like she was.
Where had she got to?
He basically said there's two powerful
Well, pretty
beings.
powerful.
He said
yeah.
one of you, your power is waning.
Yes.
Indeed, it is. Continue. How do you?
Well,
Tell
then, if he falls apart, we can get the treasure.
The treasure. The treasure.
The treasure you wanted.
I want the death of that mage that's still in there, that's been kept in there for years. I want him dead.
Oh. Can we have the treasure?
You can have whatever you find in there once he is dealt with.
And you'll let the villagers go?
The villagers have already been let go to their own paths. They
Oh.
serve no more purpose to me.
Oh, well.
Unfortunately, storyline-wise, like, to keep along with you, there's no real reason to help you more.
No, you would know that those are the villagers that have been coming into the...
No, I know.
yeah.
I'm trying to convince her. Why?
Oh, right.
Why would Goris then want to go along with this evil when he keeps saying she's killing people? Goris is trying to pretend that he's still on her side.
Oh, I
And the
see.
reason I was on her side in the first place was to free villagers. Goris knows they're really gone. They kept waking him fucking up. He was asleep through it all. He saw them. He was like, I remember him. He was in the fucking pub when we first came through. That prick. Now he's stomping around the desert, waking me up.
He wouldn't buy a horse from me.
Yeah, that prick. Oh, he was in the Buffalo, whatever that pub was called. No, the pub in the mountain called the
Rock.
Buffalo.
Rock on the rock.
I've been
No, Rock on
feeling.
the Rock was the other village
Yeah,
right at the
that's
start.
far away.
I have been waiting for a Danny rant.
No.
Well overdue for me.
So, I'm like, okay, Oona, whatever help we can give you. We've been helping you out all the time. I guess getting out of here involves helping you. If you think the man's on the inside we have to kill, we'll help you.
But I think you'll have to take down Wellborn first.
Yeah.
He's not going to let you in there.
He's really cross at you.
Yes.
Might not have any choice. The more we go through these rooms, the quicker we do it. The quicker that we feed more and more people into this nest of a...
All the villagers are gone. You said so yourself. You're in danger of being trapped in one of these rooms yourself.
Oh no.
He controls these rooms.
Indeed he does, and we are breaking him down. the more pressure we put on this system, the more chance it is of breaking and completely just evaporating and leaving what was here before in this dwarven town together, free, so that we can wander to the heart of this establishment.
Oh, well, this one seems pretty easy. A load of guards ran off over there! And I point towards the woods.
I quickly get as close as I can to Sotru.
Well, you're still in the ditch at the moment, so you're going to be rolling if you want your stealth to get out.
Oh, 18 plus 25.
25.
18 plus 25.
Goodness,
18.
you've won the campaign.
So this snorkel arm comes up, and a very muddied raven comes up, and as she stands completely, she's sort of in the Statue of Liberty sort of pose.
Black power.
And well, that too. And as she's there, her eyes open, the whites of her eyes just clear in this muddied body, and she sort of very skillfully and silently makes her way over to where Sotru is, standing behind Bao, who appears to be fortuitously blocking her view.
He can't see or hear right
Sorry,
now,
by the
can
way,
he?
it was bow, not bow.
Well, okay.
Can,
Yeah, you're right.
Did you put moss? Did you put moss in your ears? Did Sotru put moss?
I didn't hear what you said.
No, but that's
I'm taking that inspiration point back.
But
Did Sotru put moss in his ears?
yeah, moss and
Okay, so
wet
when
mud that I assume would be dry now.
So I understand that he can't see or hear me because we spoke about moss in our ears for about 30 hours last time.
Yeah.
So
This is going to be terrifying. You're just going to be shoving stuff in his mouth.
So I'm gonna.
How's that gonna go?
I've got the pills in this hand. In the other hand, I'm gonna put my hand on his chest plate, and I draw 69. Right, with my finger.
Right.
And then I put my hand up to his mouth.
Why did you draw a 69?
Because I gave him that book, 69.
And he loved that book so much.
He's not going to understand that. Is that the action you're taking?
You're about to get punched by somebody so hard. Lift up his blindfold.
Oh yeah, I lift up.
No. Let's see what happens.
So
I didn't think about the blindfold.
Remind me what you're doing.
Oh, we know you didn't think about the blindfold.
I thought I had to do it in code because I can't say anything.
Why wouldn't you do it in code?
I put my hand on your breastplate. Has he got breastplate?
No.
I'm made of stone.
I put my hand on his stone heart, where I think his heart would be.
Yeah.
And
On
then
the
I
moss.
do like a 6 and 9
He's moss.
Why would the 6 of the code?
because of the book.
We've established
Yep.
it's a great idea.
He is covered in moss now.
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't there for this bit. Sotru is now entirely covered in thick moss, apart from his little bald head sticking out. He looks like a hedge. We forgot to describe that to you. Sotru got to choose any hairstyle he wanted. I could have given him a haircut, a beard, but he wanted to be entirely covered in moss, just with a little bald head. And that's what he looks like now.
Okay, so sorry, you feel a hand on your chest.
Do I feel a hand, or I just feel something
Or you feel
disturbing the
something
moss?
drawing out some sort of inscription. Roll me an insight.
Okay.
This guy better be fucking exceptional. That red dice in the tray is a dice. Oh!
What was it?
17.
A 17.
Do you
feel.
Do you have any pluses on that?
The lightness, the lightness of touch on your chest, and you
I think it's a squirrel.
no. You
It's a
feel
baby bear.
Nope.
Damn it! Stupid insight.
You feel like somebody is inscribing a number or something, some sort of something on your chest, and you think, who would be crazy enough? Who would be, to do that? To hark back, and then you realise it's a 6 that's been drawn, and then you realise it's a 9, and you think that must mean only one thing. That.
I wasn't sure if you would explain or leave it to me there.
Well, I was waiting
No.
to see if you would.
No, I'm happy for you to.
No? Okay. But Raven, inexplicably, without telling you, thinks that you will understand. And you have seen through that amazingly.
Wow.
But you have no idea what the 69 is to do with.
So something so nonsensical, you're like, well, it must be
Because
Raven.
you didn't read the book and you burnt it.
And with this memory in mind, I end up smiling and opening my mouth.
Oh, and then I put the pills in his mouth right quick.
Forward.
Okay, you put them in his mouth. You feel a hand, and like you are actually peeking a little bit down that blindfold, and you can see this
really sweating about
feminine hand, and it comes up and tries to shove something into your mouth.
Okay. I think I'm okay with that. Since I know it's Raven.
Yeah. Okay.
And he knew we were trying to get the pills.
Yeah. So I do have that awareness.
And you feel these pills go into your mouth, and you crunch them up, and you recognise them because you've had one before, and you feel these were like the power pills.
Okay.
You start to feel a little bit heady, and a little bit overcome with a feeling of growth within you. You feel overcome with growth within you, and you feel your moss start to sprout more. There are a few little tiny flowers coming up. There are a few little. It's getting thicker, and it's actually getting. It's overcoming some of the cuts that you had on your back, and it's creeping up, and it's actually getting up to the point where actually the moss is now uncovering the whole lower part of your face around your jawline. So now, from your upper lip upwards, is completely bald, but the moss, which is now a deep, vibrant green,
with flowers,
is now all the way up to your lips, and as we said, yes, in certain parts, tiny little white flowers.
Okay. Beautiful.
So I've now got pills for these two, for Goris and Farvin. So I'm going to give half the pills to Sotru. I'm going to pull one of his moss ears out and say, we need to give these to...
Are you sure you want to pull my moss ears out?
I don't know.
I feel like you don't.
He can't see or hear Oona, or this plan is over.
As soon as you pull my moss ear out, I'm going to hear her.
Okay, all right, I'm going to give...
And no blindfold is going to stop what happens next.
Okay,
It depends. Would Raven do that?
Yeah,
If
that's
she
the thing.
then
That's very fair.
If she would do that, then that's fine. If you wanted to pull it out to talk to him to say we need to give these pills, then
Yeah, it's very
that's what
fair.
Raven
I'm going
would
to pull
do.
the moss out and go, these are some pills. Get them into either Goris or Fartham. And then I put the moss back in his ear.
Why do you think he's the best man for this job?
Because there's two of us. If I have half the pills and I can give one of you them, he has the other half. He can give the other one of you them.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll flick back to Oona and Farvin and Goris.
Hello!
No rolling for that action?
Well, for her pulling the moss out, I'm leaving it as she's pulled the moss out. And
Because
now we're
what I
going
mean,
back
isn't Oona looking that way?
in. Nope.
No, she's covered up.
I started pointing to the other side.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, wouldn't Sotru hear it?
Yeah, I was going to say that's another
We're going to
roll.
come back to that. We're doing to and froing. aren't we?
Sorry,
Well, the thing is, if I took some out of your ear and said a sentence into it and covered it back up, you wouldn't hear other sounds outside
If my
my
mortal
sentence.
enemy was
No.
down the road.
No, not correct.
That's good, so you keep making decisions.
We'd practice. We'll try it after the
Okay, we will.
podcast. Okay.
But I would punch you if you 69 my chest. So you wouldn't even get
To be honest,
that.
I'm surprised not Ruben. But I mean, like,
That's 17 insight with very useful.
I mean, you 69 his chest, and he went, I understand, and just opened his mouth again, waiting.
Ah, the perfect boy.
He smiled, and when he smiled, he opened his mouth. It was a pure coincidence.
I prefer Methuselah to Farvin.
That's fine.
Moving on. Methuselah would have loved a 69.
I wish Bernard was here.
Bernard would just kick the shit out of him, wouldn't he?
right. Oona turns to you. You've been very quiet, Elf.
No, I've been telling you about how you need to kill Wellborn. It's not going to work. It's not. Your whole plan's not going to work. Wellborn's still too strong. He controls every room. There aren't any villagers in any of these rooms anymore
He's
to
losing
disrupt
his control.
I know, but he's concentrated it. All the villagers
Why are
are
there no more
gone.
villagers in these? Why are there no villagers left in these rooms?
So we've been going back through the rooms, and in the main chamber, all the villagers are just standing there. You can check yourself.
The main chamber.
They've all come back out the maze.
Into the mountains.
Yes, they're all in the mountains.
Oh no, we can't be having that.
Well, exactly.
Can't be having that.
We can't get through to the treasure because Wellborn keeps on stopping us.
He says it'll be so easy to stop us now he's got rid of all the villagers.
Well then, we better go back and get them back in. And she turns around to go back towards the door.
That door doesn't take you back to the mountain. This one down here, we opened it already, took you to the mountain. Yep.
Yes. I'll roll as well because we've all been doing lots of bluffing.
So. How does 8 minus 1 sound to you?
How does 6 plus 2 sound?
Even better than 8 minus 1.
She looks at you and she goes, "You've tricked me. Why? What are you up to?" And she turns around and she looks around and she sees Raven, she sees you by Sot Ru. And she screams out, "I let you live and yet you disrupt me. You've actively come back to these people."
These are my friends and I love them.
She doesn't speak for all of us. That's not true.
Sorry.
We are definitely not friends.
There are many types of love.
Is it
Philia, agape, eros.
We're not friends and we do not love each other.
We seek the same end, surely disrupting the evil in this world. I can feel it on you. You people are trying, you're do-gooders. You are trying to help things. Why are you in my way? Why are you trying to disrupt me?
We will
want
not
the
let
same
you go.
thing.
We will not let you go to that door and do anything with those villagers. Leave them alone. Don't you dare go near that door.
She doesn't speak for us. Goris does. I've decided that earlier.
I agree with Raven, don't go near that door.
Okay.
You
well,
leave the villagers alone.
apparently we are in unison.
You will interrupt me no longer. And she starts.
I pull the blindfold off Sotru.
Okay.
And I think Excelsior.
Right, okay. And with Excelsior, as she starts to sing, you feel your head sort of starting to nod, and then as Excelsior gets called out, you feel a little like something change in the room, and suddenly there is just silence. There's nothing, absolutely nothing audibly going on in this room. You see her lips moving, you see her looking around.
I wave a mouth hello. A big Gora smile on my face.
And I think we will roll initiative there.
Wonderful. 15 for a Gorath.
Goris is in the lead at the moment.
18 for Raven.
Right. Raven, 18.
What are you, Farben?
20.
Farven, 20.
And what are you, Thotru?
21.
Oh,
That kind of makes sense.
No, 14.
We were tricked by a Thotru.
Very good, Sotru. Or Robin, should I say.
Sot Robin.
Sorry, that was actually 15. 14 plus 1.
Oh, we're the same.
Right, well, I'll let you two decide.
Like
which
sharing
you go
food.
first, then.
I think I'm going first because you're blindfolded.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm taking control.
Farvin, your call.
well, this is interesting. Tactically, do I go back and munch the pills? I feel I probably would. Do I want to do that and leave Goris out in the lurch?
You have an
Probably, if I know you.
So basically, remember, you have an action and a movement.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone else has the pills, potentially, all you need to do is get there to one of us, and then I think I get to use a sleight of hand as a bonus action, so I could put them in your mouth, maybe, or you could just run over there and get the pills.
Yes, I think I'm just going to run over and get the pills. So how much movement away?
Yeah, movement. You guys are not far away from each other in here.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Gust to try and push
How do you, just out of interest, what kind of casting is Gus?
V
Verbal.
V is verbal.
S.
Yeah,
can't
we can't do any verbal
S
stuff.
is fine. So, Farvin motions his hand to cast Gust with his right hand. Nothing happens. Obviously, he goes, looks around, and he thinks, oh, yes. And then his left hand, he twiddles his fingers up in the air, and then pushes forward. And with that, a pebble in front of him raises up from the ground, and he casts Catapult.
Aha. I assume
to-
that's just a physical thing, is it?
Yes.
A physical spell.
Yes.
Because obviously this nice little scenario that you have enacted to neutralise Ouhna's power is gonna have an effect on you as well.
So, Oona has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
If she fails, then the object's going to strike the target and stop moving.
Right. 17. She rolled a 14 total.
Yours is 15.
Yes,
isn't it?
15. So she gets hit.
Right.
3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Roll it.
Keep rolling it. I wish I had any spells that weren't verbal. Fucking idiot.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
And then I'm going to move back to where Sotru is.
Okay. Sotru,
Yes.
you are starting to feel overwhelmed. It's like you've taken an instant overdose of Red Bull mixed with some sort of very, very potent and probably illegal drug. I assume your blindfold's off, isn't it? Because
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
I took it off him when
Yeah, that was our first action.
just before he went
you see,
Excelsior.
Oona, you see. I can't remember who shouted Excelsior. You hear that,
Goros.
and
Goros.
there's just silence next to you. But you are being overcome with this power, as I've already described all the moss on you and everything, and you are feeling incredibly powerful. For the benefit of the listeners, to Robin and Mira, I've given them new character sheets. We just had a little pause, and they have level 20 character sheets. For them.
Yay! This is a
gods.
dream.
Incredibly powerful now. So Sotru. Describe to me and I will help you with the character sheet. What's your action?
So the first thing I'm going to do is so I'm going to fly into a rage.
Yep.
Immediately.
Which you can now do indeterminately.
and I can choose when to stop as well. I did notice
You
that
really
one.
have matured, Sotru.
Oof, you have no idea.
Oh.
So what I am going to do though is Sotru, I think, would be split between absolute shock and absolute fury.
Yep.
I know he knows that he was going sooner, but it's still quite an emotional experience. So I would like to roll to decide whether. Did you put the pills in my hand?
Yes.
Right. So either whether I'm shocked, so my hand would go like limp,
Yep.
and actually the pills would fall out of my hand.
I thought
or-
she put them straight in your mouth.
No, there's
no,
pills.
no.
Oh, the spare pills.
Yeah, because she halved them.
They're in a bag, so yeah, okay.
Okay. So I would drop them, or I would be so angry that I would end up crushing them in my hand in a fist.
Okay.
So he's going to go badly either way.
Yep.
Good.
Go.
Because that's how I think the character would
Yeah,
react.
that's fine. I'm just really upset. Because I think they're going to be my pills. I just think I'm going to be the last one who gets there, and they're my pills.
So 10 or below.
Yeah, no, you just do it, son.
10 or below is going to be dropping the pills.
I'm looking for a 10 or below. I'll eat them off the mud.
How do you like your 20 character sheet?
No, cool.
Wow.
What's that?
That's a 19.
Okay.
So that's you've crushed them.
Yeah, I've just crushed them.
Okay.
But they're in a bag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
So you crush them and you see and feel the contents of that bag just in your stone fist crushed to absolute smithereens, and you can see. So when you split one open before, you had to put it in a test tube to keep the stuff in it, and you can just see this geisha stuff seeping out of your fist, almost like you've crushed a water balloon with smoke inside of it.
Okay.
A water balloon with smoke inside.
But I
of
did say in your ear,
It's happened.
What did you say in my ear?
I said give these pills to either Farvin or Goris.
So keep in mind, I've just raged, and I've just seen the woman who has given me my greatest fear in life.
But you said you'd grown through this adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has.
Not quite enough, unfortunately.
There was a chance
Like-
he wasn't going to crush them. That's the growth.
Yes, like remember, I'm still a bit of a barbarian. I can grow. so
Well,
much.
you're an incredible barbarian now.
Well.
I need you over here now.
So is it my actions now? Or?
It is
How far away am I from Oona?
a movement.
I'm going to move over to her, and I'm going to smash her in the face.
You're going to attempt to smash her in the face.
I'm going to attempt to smash her in the face.
Better roll it up.
I will.
Does he need to roll 4 d20s?
No, I'm going to be doing because he's the only one with the pills. I'll be doing the other stuff.
I meant for the other 3 golems.
But one of them's not just standing in front. So in fact, yes. So Bo is directly in front of you.
How'd you get to her?
Well, I would move it around.
Bo's always in front of you. That's his whole thing.
Well, if I'm moving forward, didn't you say that he moves
Forwards.
in response? Yeah. So he's going to smash into her, isn't
Yes.
he? So yeah, I guess we're both. Oh, that's why I have 2.
I'm just working out how the logic of this thing works.
So he's in. So you're having to do it. What did you roll first?
Do you want me to roll again? Because you.
No.
But also, he rolled 2 d20s, which we didn't ask him to do.
No.
Oh, what did you want me to roll?
Well, I hadn't told you yet, but
Oh, you just gave me 2 d20s.
Yeah, I thought you might roll later.
well, you have multiple attacks, so I think that's why he gave you 2 20. Anyway, so Bo's in front of you. You're either gonna have to push him out the way to get to physically attack her,
Okay.
or come up with something like
I would push him
run
out
at
the
her
way.
backwards and then do a backflip or something.
I would. I would shoulder barge him to the side to get to her.
Yep. Okay. He reacts okay to that. He pushes you out. You push him out, the way,
How dare you!
and he sort of stands to the side. And so now roll your d20 for your attack. What kind of attack is it? Describe to me.
Oh, fuck.
What? Fuck. It's a 1.
No, stand up again. You need to roll some d100s.
Right. Wait a minute. So I'm going to include Bo in this. So you push Bo out the way, and then go to attack Oona.
Yes.
The single digits first, please. A 1? Something 1?
31, just a miss, just a miss, just a miss.
31. Just
Oh.
a miss.
I get an extra attack.
Wait. So you go to attack Oona, you push Bo out the way, and he immediately steps back. Oh, stand by.
Pass us your character sheet. Hang on, don't you have, when you are raging,
The ability to reroll a 1.
doesn't he have advantage? That's only if he does his reckless attacks, and he didn't say reckless
No.
attack. Say
So
reckless
Bo
attack next
Bo
time.
moves his shield back in the way, and your fist clunks into the back of the shield. And you see him. He sort of looks around and looks at you, slightly bemused on that metal face. Second attack.
Yes, second attack.
Is it going to be a reckless attack? Then you get to roll advantage, and you.
Yeah, but it also puts me at risk because their attack rolls have advantage against me. So
But there, yeah.
But you've got your resistance to some damages as well, so it might be worth it just to guarantee you're hitting her. Up to you.
And she'll have to get through Bo anyway, so she might not even be attacking you.
Yeah.
She probably won't attack you because Bo's going to get in the way straight away.
reckless attack.
Barbarian!
2 d20s. 4.
Good, we asked him to do that.
Okay.
Bo is just all over this. He is just in your way. And you think perhaps if I'd spent like 10 years training this golem, he might be able to respond to my commands or anything like that. But at the moment, he is just a one-track mind golem that is he is geared towards standing in front of a ranged user and defending that ranged user. And your attacks fall just past. You see Oona sort of dive left,
Again.
dive right, and just actually use Bo's shield as cover for herself. Raven,
Okay, so I'm going to get...
you can see that Oona is
Me and
distracted.
Sotru rolled the same initiative.
Yeah, why did you go first, Sotru?
You just told him to go.
Yeah, I don't know. I think.
I feel like because of your rage thing, you should have gone first. So.
Okay.
No.
The order of combat has been, as long as Oona doesn't come above any
Yeah, I just put that there. So Raven, it's your turn.
So I get 2 attacks in this round because at level 20 I get a new skill called Thieves' Reflexes.
Yep.
So I get my first turn now, and the next one will be at my initiative roll minus 10.
Sorry, a level 20?
Yes.
Oh, fuck, and you smashed my pillow, you prick!
I thought you would
know.
be more upset by
Oh,
that.
I don't know the levels, you absolute prick!
I thought always,
What happened? I was reading my character sheet.
I always thought Robin was the nice one, but he's actually really nasty.
I got to go to level 20, but now I don't get to be level 20.
He might be.
What happened?
Because
Smash my pills!
This is the dice.
No.
I thought that would get more of a
I
reaction.
didn't know it was level 20 character sheets.
I just said like hundreds of level 20 character sheets.
Oh, I was trying to work out how to do spells, and then you say 20. I just feel like I got new ones.
It's all right. Don't
How
worry.
did you fuck up 2 attacks at level 20?
I had yours prepared here.
I know, I can see them. Oh, you prick!
I thought that was a really mean thing to do.
Yeah, it is.
Especially as I put in with the caveat, like, give these pills. We discussed the plan already.
Oh, but it's happened
Don't
now,
look at me
hasn't
because
it?
it's nothing to do with me. Right.
So,
So-
I know Goris is going to give his up to father, fucking prick.
So using Thieves' Reflexes, I'm going to have one go now and one at number 8 in the initiative.
Yep.
And if I successfully hit Oona with my attack, I'd like to use my sneak attack damage. So.
Do it. So where are you going? Are you going back into? You're going to try and pop up behind her again, or are you going
Well,
to stand
actually,
straight at
because
her?
she's already engaged with 2 energies within 5 feet of it.
Okay. She's
I-
distracted, is she?
Yeah.
Yep. Fantastic. Okay.
So
yeah.
it's 21 to hit.
Yep.
Excellent.
That's
so
a hit.
I'll roll my damage. I'm going to roll a 1d8 if I can find one. 1d8 is 6 plus 5, which is 11, and I'm going to add my 1d6. So that is going to be 15. No, sorry, 14 piercing damage.
14 piercing damage. That goes through. So Raven, she runs over to the side where the little gully that she'd crept through. She's still covered in mud, by the way. So she's running. There's mud flying everywhere, and she does for seemingly no reason other than panache. She just jumps to and from either side of the little ditch that she'd been running on, and then comes at Oona from the side with your
Rapier.
and a stinging blow across Oona's left arm, which cuts off one of the last vestiges of that sleeve that she was wearing on the dress on that arm.
Now her dress falls off.
Not quite, yeah.
Then we'll know
But
she's bloodied.
when her dress falls off, you will see everything.
I don't know why this is an achievement you want to unlock.
Yeah, no. Normally in the podcast, you're so clean. We definitely didn't get a comment earlier about.
Also, this
Michael's
isn't a sex
understanding.
thing. This is not a sex thing because this is about the 3rd time we tried to cut people's clothes off. And I think previously they've all been men. We're always trying to cut people's clothes off.
Well, then it is a sex thing because
So-
I want to see men.
So Raven, you are now within striking distance of Oona. There is a shield golem directly in front of her, a Sotru raging, trying to almost being held back by the armored bow himself. And what's your second go going to be, Raven?
Well, my second go will come later in the initiative.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry, I misheard that. It's at the end, is it?
So my first initiative is
Would
at
you like
18.
to prep anything?
So it's now going to be at 8 in the initiative order. I probably don't want to prep anything other than like another rapier attack.
Okay. Well, with that, we will go with Goris's go, and then we are unfortunately nearing the end of this episode.
Well, then Gorath is going to do something slightly unusual. He is going to get out his bowlers and throw them at her legs.
Last time we saw those was, I think,
Against the troll, yeah.
Yes. Right, so Goris hops 15 foot to the side to get an angle past Bow's shield.
Yep.
And throws his bolus towards that
9.
lady. 9! Indeed. We've gone
9.
German. That's
Yeah.
not a hit.
Okay, Gorath just mouths hello at her again. Hello.
Sort of, yeah, but she can't hear anything. So, oh yeah, of course. This battle is happening completely in auditory exclusion.
Listeners, if you want to experience that, turn off this podcast now. That's what it's like.
And welcome back. How was it? Right, Goris. Raven, your last turn.
I will do another sneak attack on her. And see if I can hit her. That's going to be 20 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay.
So, 3 and a 2.
So that's going to be 2 plus 5, 7, 9 damage.
9 damage. Another 9 damage. Okay. Right.
I'm sure I
So-
should be getting more hit points at level 20, but I
No.
can't find any adjustments. You don't know?
No. I wrote it.
Well,
Oh, I fucking hell.
you haven't been rolling your sneak damage, have you?
No, I have.
Yeah.
But
thanks
as
for
my
thinking.
fast hands action, you can use the bonus action granted by my cunning action to use an object. I'm going to take the pills and thrust them into the mouth of Goris.
Who is not next to you?
Well, we're fighting. I'm fighting there as well.
You used a bolus. Oh, did you want to jump? You have
No,
the bolus range weapon, isn't it?
But I don't know if I was engaged, but I was having a conversation with Oona before, so I'm there, or thereabouts.
Right, okay. So,
I'd assumed I was within melee range of her, basically.
What's fast hands do?
It means I've done my action, which was an attack, but I get to do a bonus action. I use an object.
So you could throw them at his face.
I'm not going to do that.
Well,
All right, then.
I don't think Goris is near enough for you to just pass them over, especially as a bonus action. What I will let you do is take a chance and throw them in this little bag towards him. I mean, Goris does have a rather large, vacuumous mouth.
I see the pills and I open my mouth like,
I hurl the pills at his mouth.
Roll
His
me.
big old frog mouth. What's the attack on that?
Just
Yeah,
tell me
range.
what's the dice roll?
It's 10.
And you're quite good at throwing stuff, so I imagine that's like a +7 or something at
That's
level
your dex,
20.
won't it be?
Yeah. It'll be plus 11 now.
Wow. Okay. So these are fired baseball pitcher. Is it pitcher? Yeah.
Yeah.
Baseball pitcher style. Boom. You see Oona in slow motion. Just see these pills flying past her face, and then
Can I use my tongue?
oh yeah, baby. And then Jar Jar Binks style from Star Wars Episode 1, a tongue whips out, grabs the pills, and they disappear, bag and all, into this cavernous mouth.
Me, sir, you
Goris.
disappointed with reference, sir.
And Goris, you start to feel a tingly feeling in that slimy skin of
Sorry,
yours.
Farven.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will end this episode.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.